Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here, and it's another creative expression. I decided to go back to my idea. I keep getting this idea, just make weekly creative expression videos. Then I'm like, oh no, I can't make them weekly. But you know what? I'm like, why can't I? It's my channel. I can do what I want. So I'm doing weekly creative expression videos. All the other videos that I'm doing will just kind of be bonus content here and there. And one of my first finished objects is for the Mystery Yarn Challenge. I don't know if it will have been out by the time this comes out. I just recorded the video right before this. So I think what I will do is put the plate, this side. It was the right side in the first place. I'm going to put the playlist for the Mystery Yarn Challenge up here, and if the reveal is there, then you can see it. It will be for 7/23. So I did finish that. I'm not thrilled, but it is done. Other things that I've done. I participated in the July Flower of the Month Cal that Judy's Creations and Crochet. I think that's the full name of her channel. As usual, because I mentioned her, I will link her down below. Oh, and I'll link the Armchair Chef so you can go check out what's going on with that. Not sure when the deadline is to submit to be a part of August, but I know she wants to get it taken care of because she wants to try to do everything because it's her anniversary, so it's a big deal for her right now. So I'm going to link Lori down below, and I'm going to link Judy down below. But I'm going to, this should be my last time showing the Larkspur picture. So I'm going to put the Larkspur picture up here. And then I finished my socks. So one of these days I'm going to get sock blockers. So I did just a regular wedge toe. I did my stripes. Oh, I forgot to bring the yarn with me. Sorry. If you look in last week's, I tell you about the yarn. I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And so I really like the Fish Lips Kiss heels. So I did that, and then I did a little rolled. There's like 5 or 6 rounds of the just stockinette that I added on this heel and toe color to the top and did it. And I think it's really cute. I actually have a picture of them. I'll put the picture up here as well of them on my feet. I wish I would have either done them taller, but I just wanted to get them done, or done them shorter. I think with the rounded top, if I would have done like maybe to here and then put the round on and had that rolled down, that would have been a really cute side. But they're still going to be great. They're still going to be super wonderful to wear. They match a lot of the clothes I'm wearing. I think they would even match this with that, that blue stripe in there. It would match here. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm excited to see what Judy has for August, because the August Flower of the Month should be coming out probably next week. Probably this week, because you're going to be watching this on Monday or later. And the first of the month is Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Pretty sure it's Tuesday. I don't know. My son's birthday's coming. That's crazy. Okay, so this was one of my finished objects. The other finished object is the tithing hat. I made it so that it could fit like a larger head. So it is bigger. I haven't tried it on my head. I do not have a large head. But, you know, it would fit me if I wanted it baggy. I've got be a slouchy. I also made it so that you could change the size of the brim and have it even more slouchy, or if you really wanted it to just be, they could do that and have it slouchy. So it's got options, and I did make it a little bit bigger because I am hoping to donate it to a homeless shelter, and so it'd be nice to have Well, I haven't decided. Homeless shelter or cancer ward. I don't know, but I just know that I don't think a lot of men's hats get made, and so I did want it to be a little bit bigger. But even at that, my daughter's head's bigger, so there's still women that have bigger heads. So, you know, either side. Anyway, super happy to have a tithing hat done. And I have what's left of the skein and a whole nother skein of this yarn. So I haven't decided if I'm going to start the next hat with this or use a different yarn. I might just continue with this and make even another hat with this yarn. So that's the tithing hats. Yay for finished objects. Okay, now for works in progress. Let's talk about my socks. So currently, as weird as it is to me, I only have one pair of socks left on needles. I finished everything. I do think it's funny. I finished those watermelon socks on the 4th of July. And in Utah, the 24th of July is our state holiday. And I finished those larkspur socks on the 24th of July. So I thought that was funny that I finished on holidays, both of them. My July finishes. And then the Christmas socks, I just did those in a week and stuff. But anyway, here's where these are. I've been working on them just a tiny bit today. I've got, I've done probably fingers width across the top of each of them after the heel. Again, Fish Lips Kiss Hill is what I've used for these, and I believe it just has a standard wedge toe. When I do my wedge toes, I do usually do like the first 3 rows where I increase every row, and then I start putting my in-between row. But I think the next socks I cast on for myself, I want to try the ergonomic toe. So we'll see how that goes. But I definitely want to make these a taller sock and see, because these are for winter time and alpaca, and I want my ankles to be warm. So those are those. And then I cast on this. It's just in a 1 weight. I've undone it a few times. This is the Rainbow Hobie. I believe the color is called Pineapple. I'm pretty sure the number, it's color 43. I'm pretty sure they're pineapple because I remember buying it because it was named Pineapple, so I'm pretty sure that. My daughter and I watch Psych together, and in the Psych show, a part of the thing is to look for the pineapple. And so it's like, found the pineapple. And so wherever my daughter and I go, we talk about found the pineapple. And so I'm starting a hat for her. And I had to undo it because the stitch I was using wasn't working. So I'm trying again. I want to try to make it have a little bit of texture to kind of look like a pineapple. This is a very lightweight hat. I'm using, I can't remember if it might be a 4. I don't know if I can never read the label on these, so I actually have things to find out the sizes on. So anyway, I've got this going, and this is all this yarn I have. So my plan is to go until I run out of yarn, see how far I am, and if it's high enough up, then I could switch to green and do the hat thing. If it's not far enough up, I may still switch to green and start it early. I don't know. This is a completely playing it by ear as we go kind of thing. It's got a 2x2 ribbing here, and then this stitch, the video is really hard to watch, but I'll see if I can find it and link below. It's a 12 row repeat, and on one of the rows you pull the yarn to the front, you slip the stitch, and then with the yarn still in front, you knit the next stitch, and then you knit the next stitch, and then you pull the yarn to front and you slip and you knit and you knit. And so that creates an interesting texture, because when you go around it again, now the video was done in flat, so I had to really mess with my brain to flip it around so that it would work in the round. And so in the video they did purls and then knit two together, and so I'm doing knits because I'm keeping it, because it kind of stays in stockinette except for whatever the little pattern thing is, and so then I purl those together because that would be the opposite of knit together and when you're working flat. So, and then it's just a couple of rows of plain stockinette between, and then it's a 12-row repeat because that little yarn in front slip knit thing and the purl two together, those rounds are slightly off from each other to move it and create a little pattern stuff. So next time I show you, it should be a lot more obvious that there is a pattern to this. And next work in progress. Whoops. I am on my last ball of yarn, my last little skein. I have weaved in most of the ends, not all of them. So I've left this one out because it kind of helps me when I try it on. And I haven't done the armpit and end of sleeve ones yet on either side. But everywhere else where I changed skeins, I have done those in because I was tired of seeing holes. And so I am now to the point where the next thing I'm going to do right there down at the bottom is put the ribbing that will look like the sleeves. And that is the last thing, so I may work on this today and finish it. We will see. But for sure, next time I do one of these, next time I do one of these, it will be a finished object, and I'm excited for that. Other things going on. So the snakes. Millie is doing great. I'm not going to show her every time, just once in a while. I keep her up pretty well. I like that just every Sunday I sit down, look at the weeks before, and work on her. If I don't work on her on one Sunday, then the next Sunday I do 2 weeks worth, but I've been keeping her pretty up to date. And she is currently up to date for like everything up to this last Sunday she's done. So I'm really excited about that. I know what's creating the notifications, but I don't know how to fix it, and I forget that it does that till I'm recording. Anyway, I wonder if we can snooze them from like the menu. Nope, just to unpin. Anyway. Okay, so I sat down today and I was like, okay, how many rounds are left to finish the grandkid snakes, not counting the tails? So I figured out from what day I'm on, because my chart that I have says like not October 15th, and I'm pulling the temperature from the year that she was her first year of life. And so I will put, or his, depending on which kid we're talking about. So I put the date on one or next. I know one of them was a November date. So I put that date into a date calculator and said from this date till the day before her birthday, how many days is there? And one of the kids was 235 and one of the kids was 242. That's how many stripes or rounds were left for both of them. The one that's 235 is now 231 because I worked on that a little bit. Then I took and figured out how many days between today and Thanksgiving, because I wanted it to be Thanksgiving so that I could quickly do the tails. If we do not get the pattern update that has the instructions for the tail in time, I will make up a tail for those kids. I'm capable of doing that, and then I will just use the tail that she gives for Millie. But they very likely might be moving, my grandkids. There's a very high probability. It's almost guaranteed they're moving, probably to Washington State. Last I heard, and it's been a while since I talked to them, they have owned a train at Southtown Mall, which is a mall in Salt Lake County. And they've owned and ran it. It's just a little train people can take littles to and get a ride around. And they are trying to sell the train. Once this train is sold, they will be moving. I know that Lindsay has a job offer. I don't know what's going on with that. They don't keep me as in the loop as I would like. But, so they're moving. So, the whole point of telling you that was, I might have to actually ship their presents to Washington. So, I want to make sure that I get them done like right away. So basically, Thanksgiving weekend, I want to be able to have snakes done. So I figured out, I added the two amounts together for both snakes and figured out how many rows I need to do a day in order to get both snakes ready for tails. And then my goal is, and I only have to do 4 rows a day. I might do more, and then that's awesome. I will keep doing 4, and if I get them done early, that's even better. But I'll do 4 rows a day. I've already done my 4 for today. And then every week I will switch which kid I'm working on, so that until like Wednesday, I'll be working on Adels and do 4 rows a day on Adels. And then I'll switch to Ewans and do 4 rows a day on Ewans until, and I'll just keep every week switching back and forth so that they both make progress. Like Adels, I think, is like a week ahead of Ewans-ish. Now it's like 11 days, so it's a week and a half ahead. So they're pretty close to each other. So if I keep switching every week, then they should keep fairly even lengthwise. And if I work ahead, then that will be good in case my math is wrong. So that's how I've resolved that problem, because I feel like I can do work on each one every day, pull it out, and do so many rounds a day. I believe that I can handle that. I'm gonna look really quick if I can pull it up. Oh, I've got the Creative Dash up. I wanted to see, as far as knitting goes, you've actually seen everything that I have on hooks at the moment. Sunday I'll be casting on a new hat for the tithing project. I have, did I say hooks? I meant needles. Knitting. I'm doing the pineapple hat. I'm doing the rose sweater, which should be finished today, tomorrow tops. I'm working on the socks, which also should be finished very soon. And that's all my knitting projects right now. I have pulled this yarn out. This I got from a mystery yarn challenge a while ago. And I found a pattern, so I'm going to cast on a cardigan and try making a cardigan. And I debated going back and forth between making a cardigan for my granddaughter or making a cardigan for me. I found a pattern that I should have enough yarn to make one for me, so I'm going to go with that. Partly because if I make one for my granddaughter, then I will feel bad if I don't make one for my grandson. And I just don't know if I had the time to do all of it. I do know what I want to make all of their family for Christmas, besides the snakes. I just need yarn, and I figured out how much it would cost to get the yarn, and it would cost me like $50. I'd have to order it from Hobie, and then there's like a $10 shipping because I wouldn't be buying more than $100. So I'm not sure how that's gonna happen, and you'll find out why when I talk about the life update. The octopus, I showed the octopus a while ago, and I haven't been working on the octopus. We've moved on to crochet for a minute. I need to actually melt the back of the eyes. And the reason why I need to is because it's like an open cavity instead of stuffing it. The other option I have is I could make a little panel that I sew on and kind of put a little bit of stuffing behind the eye just so that there's something to protect the eyes. But I'm thinking I'm going to try melting, and I might end up doing both. Let's see. We've talked about Millie and the snakes. The mystery crochet along. I don't get another clue until mid-August, so I can't work on that one. And the gloves and the silk shawl, now that I have a plan for Adel and you and snakes, I might be able to work on those because I'm like kind of, I have my Whip Wednesday. Actually, whoops, I can't show you that. My mystery yarn challenge project felt like a UFO to me. It was something I was really struggling with, really struggling to get done. And so for my Whip Wednesday, which is where I work on the things that I'm struggling with, I chose to finish that. And then also yesterday was pretty emotional, so I didn't get much done yesterday. And so next Wednesday I will be working on one of those. And then the only other thing I have actually on hooks right now is the Back Day shawl that I was talking about before. Did I talk about that? It's from the Mystery Yarn Challenge. I don't love the yarn. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to finish that shawl or what I'm going to do with it. I do have some sewing things that I need to work on. I really need to get those done. I don't know what it is about sewing, but I'm just like, I'm going to sew. I don't want to pull out the machine. I don't want to deal with it. So I would much rather work with yarn. I do need to make a whole bunch of things though. I have a whole bunch of other things that I need to work on. I need to work on patterns. I need to make a present for my friend's wedding. Her wedding is in October, so I'll have a little bit of time, but I need to keep it kind of in my head that this needs to happen. And I'm really excited for whenever we get the yarn to do the Mystery Yarn Challenge, because that will be fun. I don't know if that will be knit or crochet. I feel like I should be working on something else too. I do have other UFOs, but I really want to get the gloves and the shawl done before I pull them out. Why do I feel like I should have something else that I should be talking about? I don't have any other projects. Let's talk socks. I probably will cast on socks for my son's birthday, and I will probably do like I did with my Larkspur socks and have it be that every day I work on them so much. I'm finding that that's getting me through some of those projects. But that will put me working on quite a few Christmas projects at once. But that's good because I've got quite a few Christmas projects to make. I need ideas for our teenage boys. I don't know what to make my boys. My 18-year-old, I'm making him socks. My 7, I don't know, maybe I'll just make socks for all of them. But if you have ideas for a 17-year-old boy and a 13-year-old. He'll be 14 this week. If you have ideas for presents for them, please let me know. So that's kind of it for all of the makes, and lots of plans. So many plans. If I really think about it, I could get very overwhelmed, but I'm not going to think about it. So, life update. Yesterday, they gave me the notice that they're shutting off my water. I had a complete meltdown yesterday. I just feel so powerless in my life right now, and I've been trying to figure it out, and it's been an emotional mess. I don't have a car. I have to rely on other people, and when I ask other people, nobody's available to help. I did finally get somebody to take me to the store today, so that was nice. And so it's just really emotional right now. And so I don't have, they gave me a shut off notice. He says I have to shut your water off. And I just said, I didn't get an official notice. I'm kind of confused. Because I haven't paid my bill. I knew it was coming. It's got like a month and a half's worth of bill on it, and the city doesn't care. They're like, oh, you didn't pay. Shut off. Like, it's such a fast process for the city. And their bill is so high. Like it's water and garbage, sewer, that kind of thing. And monthly payment is $146. And I honestly don't know if there's somewhere that's got higher water bills in Utah than that. I know that it's not as high in some other areas that I have lived in, and so it's a little frustrating. I know a lot of people who have actually left my town because of the water bills, and they've gone to the next town over so that didn't have to pay as much. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm just so overwhelmed trying to do like all the things, and they're all things that take a lot of capacity to do. I get food stamps. I have to do reviews for those, and those take me so much energy, and I know that I'm not done with mine because I still have to do some paperwork aspects, like the initial part's done, and then I'm going to have to do follow-up stuff, and I know that's not done yet, and so I've got that, and now I have to help see what I can do to get the water going. They didn't, as of before coming in here, we still have water, so I don't know why he didn't turn it off, but I'm kind of waiting. Like, is the water getting turned off today? Is the water getting turned off today? I don't know. Don't have a car. I don't know how to help my kids get jobs. I don't know how to get myself past my anxieties to do the things that I need to get new housing, to get more help with the different things I need to help with, to get into doctors and stuff. It's just a lot, and my list is so long, and I get so overwhelmed, and my natural response when I'm overwhelmed is just shut down. So this is why I didn't get more done yesterday. But it could be worse. I have a lot of tools to deal with my emotions, to help me process my emotions. I've been using them, so I'm keeping positive. And so that's my life update. I'm hoping next week to have a positive update for you guys. That would be awesome. And with that, I'll pull these up. Remember to let your light shine through your creations, whether they're knit, crochet, cross stitch, drawing, wood cutting, whatever you choose to create. Maybe you're a writer. That's really fun too. Let your light shine through it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!